Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Soraya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a shaman, intuitive lightworker. I work really closely with the divine and spirit and my spirit guides to channel messages to help us on our spiritual journey and to help us overcome a lot of the challenges that we're facing in our day and age in the awakening process. I'm thinking we're going to touch base today on the rest of August. I'm also going to do hopefully, let's see, this is what I want to do. July energy. This morning when I was meditating, we're still going through a reaping process. So we're still going through the purification process. And, excuse me, with Saturn, I think it's Saturn and Uranus, we are really going to be reaping a lot of our past karma, whether good or bad. So that ties in with the reaping process and the cutting of the wheat. And know that no matter the type of karma that you're facing, it's not going to last forever. You can do anything you put your mind to. You're a super strong, beautiful soul, old soul, and you have been through a lot, and you're going to make it through this too, no matter what it is. And initially, this awakening and this reaping process is purifying our souls and releasing ourselves from the darkness that has kept us trapped to the earth, to the old peridium, to our old timelines. So we are slowly reaping different parts of our shadow self so we can connect to the highest light possible for our soul's mission and journey. So this is going to be a process, and we have a choice to face that darkness and release it, or be stuck in it, literally. I have friends and family who are choosing to be stuck in it, and it is hard, especially when we love and we care. But initially, what can we do except for pray and go through our own healing process and hope that they kind of see what we're going through and try and connect with their guides and their lessons and their karma. It's really important to remember that, the shaman today. What we are doing, we're setting an example for them. And initially, we all have a choice. We all have free will to choose to go through this purification process and to choose to release the darkness and the steps and the stuff within us that needs to be released so we can ascend to our highest possible timeline. And to initially find our soul's purpose. We all came here with a mission. We all came here with something to do. And our soul has gifts, and our soul has things it needs to accomplish and lessons it needs to learn so we can ascend to the next level of our soul's journey. Big message. It is hard watching those who are choosing not to release the darkness and anger within themselves. We've been praying. I've been clearing people's energy, doing a lot of chakra work and a lot of soul releasing work, or helping them break through their blocks so they can go through the process themselves. Because initially, once we see the energy within us and see the blocks, it's easier for us to work through them. So I've been really helping people with a lot of that lately. And some of their partners and friends and family, and they're not facing the darkness within themselves. They're not releasing the anger. They're not facing the stuff that happened to them in their past, and they're not initially going through that ego death that is necessary to go through this reaping process. And that's what it's really been, is spirit calls it a reaping process. And on one hand, it's very beautiful because we are connecting to the light and we are ascending. On the other hand, it's terrifying and it's hard. We have to face our ego, we have to face our darkness, we have to face those things as we've hidden within ourselves from this lifetime and then other lifetimes. So it's no joke, and it's not easy. So if you've been going through the process, be proud of yourself, no matter where you are on your journey. It is hard to face these things within us. It's hard to face the things that happen to us when we are children. And then when the soul memory comes, we're like, what the hell is this? Where is this memory? How is it a memory? And why do I feel like I'm stuck in ancient times? That's your soul going through that process of releasing. And the best thing to do there is just to realize that it's a soul memory and allow yourself to go through the process. Because sometimes we're really having physical ailments, like our knees are getting hit with hammers or our arms are being ripped off. And really it is, you're not going crazy. It's just soul memory, and we have to release that from our soul's energy field and from our soul's blueprint, so our souls can ascend. It's quite a process. So you've been going through that process. Know you're doing a good job, and do what your body needs. Eat what your body needs. Try and stay away from the sugar and the heavy foods, but our body craves different things depending on what we're going through, and that's just the way it is. So if you find yourself eating past things that aren't healthy for you, and you're like, I haven't eaten like this in a long time, just go through the process and correct yourself and remind yourself that it doesn't last forever, and allow yourself a little bit of slack and leeway to be who you are and to work through the things that you need to work through. Thank you very much, puppy. Sorry. She gets so excited. We're all going through this wake-up call. Isn't that the truth? The world is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go for this deck first. Rest of August, my loves. What's going on? A big one is try not to get stuck in the fear of what's going on politically and publicly. That's been a big trap for us, especially those of us who have stepped into the 5G and beyond, or 5D and beyond. And I know we're worried about it. I know it's chaos. I know it's destruction. It's hard on the energy. It's hard on the heart. It's hard on the soul. Pray. Try and connect in light and share that light. And try and connect with your guides and get their guidance on what to do for your future steps. Like, the kids are going to be starting school soon, and that is an uneasy feeling for parents. I've been connecting in spirit, seeing what I can do, and initially asking for help to get us through this process, like the devil tried to poke out, and that's exactly what's going on. And our children need love. They need structure. They need education, but at what risk, right? Everything's going to come out in the wash, and it's going to be okay. So I've been trying to connect to the light. We're probably going to homeschool. That's going to change the schedule a lot. That's okay. I pray for the children and anybody struggling with that. Watch out, go on. And know that where there's poison, there's a remedy. And it's really important to hold that thought and feeling within you, because that's initially what's getting me through this process. And I'm 100% sure I'm not the only one going through this. I talked to my girlfriend the other day, and she was like, oh my God, and I kind of freaked out a little bit, and that's going to happen. So we have to do what we feel is best for our children, and we're all going through this crumbling stage and rebuilding stage. We're still at the crumbling, so just kind of do what you can, go with the flow, stand in your truth. And we're going to be asked questions, and we're going to have to stand in our truth and what we feel is right. So it's important to know that from within. A lot of this solitude and process that we've been going through has been our ability and time to stand our feet on the ground and to stand in our power, to stand in our truth, our spiritual truth, to stand in our light, and to see where we stand spiritually, because we're all going to be tested in that level. So it's really important to ground out as often as you can. If you're not a Bible reader, that's okay. But connecting with the earth, connecting with the trees and spirit in a sense, however that feels to you and how that looks to you, is really important. We've been doing, in a lot of my personal healings, we've been doing a lot of praying to the angels. They're quick, man. The angels are awesome. They're really quick. And that is a good place to start, because there's no dogma there. There's no confusion there. Know that there's a higher power and there's divine. And however that feels to you, it's important to connect to that. I don't care how long it's been since you communicated. Anytime's a good time to be like, hey, okay, here I am. Here it is. It's important, however that looks to you. Grounding out is really important. I'm still really pushing the daily prayers on my Facebook, Awakening with Me. I just posted some really good prayers that I do every day. In fact, I forgot this morning. The full armor of God is super, super, super important to put that on every day. Stand in that. We're going to be tested. Okay. Hi, Moonshine. Good morning. Okay. Get to the read. What are we looking at for the rest of August, my love? Some are really good messages. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that everything's going to be all right. We're going to work through this process, and it's going to be just fine. It's going to crumble, and that's okay. And I shouldn't say just fine. Positive negativity isn't always, toxic positivity isn't always good. But truth of the situation is truth. And where there's poison, there's a remedy. So no matter what we're going through right now, know that you're not going to be there forever. And you're doing what you can do, and that's amazing. You are a warrior. Stand in that. Okay? All right. We had the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. So somebody's some sort of offer. Hold on. I did a couple reads yesterday. I was going to post them, but I don't know. They were kind of personal. I took them personal, and I kind of choked. So I don't know if I'm going to post them. I'm not the only one going through a lot of these things, and I don't know if I'm going to put one of them. I might. Let me clear that energy. Feels better. I shouldn't say I choked, but I get tied up in feelings and visions, and sometimes I get stuck in that, as we all do. All right, here we go. Ace of Cups, the Hangman. Yep, I figured that. And the Sun, which is beautiful. So literally, one more for what's at the root of this. Our fulfillment, that's too many. Our happiness, the Sun, it's going to be in Hangman mode for a little bit. We're still working through this soul's journey, our soul's purpose and process. And Spirit's going to put us on hold until we get comfortable with these new activations, until we connect with these and let these flow through our body. That's what I've been working on a lot. And learning how to initially share them. It's a big message. What's at the root of this? I love the leaves. I love sitting in the woods. It's amazing. Okay, what's at the root of this Hangman mode? Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords. So somebody's being a little rigid. Oh, that's too many, my loves. That's too many. Eight of Swords, a new start. Three of Cups. Give me two more. Oh, we got the Tower moment and Eight of Cups. What was that? The weirdos. Okay, challenges on this side. Okay, and spiritual guidance on this side. The Tower moment is already spiritual guidance. We got the Knight of Swords, the reverse, so we have to cut through something. The Tower moment is always about releasing something. The Wheel, which is beautiful. The Tower is always about releasing something, and when it's with the Eight of Cups reversed, there's something we're supposed to be letting go of or walking away from. The World. So we're still looking at these new cycles. What is it the Eight of Cups about? What is it we need to be letting go of? Seven of Swords, which is shiesty. Fear about a new start when it comes to a King of Cups. Having courage to move past this shiestiness. I always look at the Seven of Swords as being shiesty because he's kind of sneaking away from the battle with everybody's swords. I don't much like the energy in that card. But who likes shiesty, right? Sorry, excuse me. Tell me about this King of Cups and this new start. Seven of Pence and the Knight of Wands. So this king is passionate and probably is somebody new coming into your life because it's on the Fool card. And with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands, you're having trouble having courage moving past that. So the story in that would be have courage to move past that, to get over this shisty, worrisome energy, and have courage to go through this divine timing. Seven of Swords to me, or Seven of Pentacles to me, is a lot of divine timing. I don't know though. It's a passionate knight, which means it's quick moving. Tell me about this knight. I'm going to put these down here because they're one and the same. I don't know. 2 sevens, so something about your life path. But you're not juggling, or he's not juggling, with the Seven of Wands. He's fighting. What is he fighting? Queen of Swords. This queen is being rigid. Or maybe put her on this side. What is he fighting? Maybe he's fighting his past? I don't know. Queen of Wands. Reversed. Controlling, fiery energy, seductive. Tell me about the sun. Interesting. Interesting rest of the month energy here. Lots of fighting. Struggling for this new start. Definitely. Five of Wands. But underneath it is the Six of Wands, so we're moving forward. The Six of Wands is reversed, so we're still struggling for this new start when it comes to this business, especially with the Nine of Pence on top of it. So I knew I was going to need my crystal today. I'm going to turn this around. How about this? I feel some fear in there. So which one should we use? The red carnelian? That's a red jasper. And the rose quartz, because there's initially fear and it must be tied to tell me what this Three of Cups. Empress reversed. Talking about Hangman mode. Two of Cups. I knew that was going to pop up somewhere. Why is the Empress reversed? Justice. There's karma being served. Star. Beautiful. So it's definitely being guided. Especially with Justice and the Star here. And the Sun. Empress. World. Tower moment's always the universe coming in, trying to help you release things. It's obviously ties to this new start with the Fool and the World here. Definitely with business too, because the Ace of Pence is here. So maybe it's a business partner. Maybe it's just a new start and it's going to be profitable, both spiritually and financially. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. That could be a message, that could be truth. I usually look at the Knight as needing to cut bullshit out of your life of some sort. A healing. So definitely cutting something out and then working through this healing process. Ultimately, with the World and Temperance, Justice and the Star, it's working through this healing process and letting go of something. I don't see any fear. But with the 5 and the 2, 7 of Swords and Wands, you're fighting it. You're struggling with it. Could be this outside energy with this Queen of Wands here. What's the... Could be people around you, even. Knight of Pence. Queen of Swords. Just looking right at this Knight of Swords. They're gonna, what are they cutting out? The sword really just, it could be communication. Oh. They're cutting out anything that doesn't serve their highest good and highest purpose and timeline. With the Magician and High Priestess, bam. Right next to Temperance. This Star is pouring water through the Justice card onto this Queen. And she's kind of rigid, but once she decides to go towards her purpose, once she decides to release what needs releasing, and ultimately go towards her healing journey and her purpose, the High Priestess, watch out, baby, watch out, is what's going to come from that. And the Wheel in this new start. I'm going to put this World over here. Watch out, my love. I'm going to put this spiritual lapis lazuli on it. I don't want them to be spilled. Tell me about this Two of Cups. So there's obviously loss. Ooh, if I wasn't expecting that. 2 5s, 2 7s. So there's lots of change in life path stuff going on here. Page of Wands. Really struggling with this new start. Page of Wands. Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups. Both of them are opposite each other. But if you look at it like this, this Ten of Wands is going towards this Ten of Cups. If you look at it like this, the Ten of Cups has the Ten of Wands behind it, and they're like, yeah, so that's kind of nice. I don't know which way to turn that, depending on where you are in your journey and what's going on. Either way, it's been a tough, heavy road. But ultimately, you're going towards your happiness. With all of these major arcanas, I don't know if you could avoid it. Whatever the situation is, this person, place, or thing, definitely a person, a knight of some kind, a new relationship, could be masculine or feminine, there's both. There's fear there with the Five of Wands. There's definitely some fear there. It's going to keep coming back around because it's part of this new start. That's why it's in Hangman mode. So if you find yourself going through the same things over and over, or a certain somebody coming into your life and they're like, hey, you want to chat, or hey, you want to hang out, you want to watch a movie, trying to open up communication lines, you're both fighting it. But it's going to keep coming around until you decide to let go of the fear and move forward, or choose a direction, ultimately, because the Two of Wands is reversed. Maybe not choose a direction, but have courage to do what you need to do, whatever that might look like. It could be communication. Both of you are struggling to communicate the truth of what you're manifesting and wanting to move forward in. Because both the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords, each side has that. So you're both struggling. Neither one of you want to juggle Two of Cups with this Ace of Pentacles initially. $210 means you're ending a cycle and starting a new one, and especially when neither of these don't come out reversed or right side up, or they're opposite each other too. So the Ten of Wands is initially going towards the Ten of Cups, which is fulfillment. So I'm going to put it like that because you're working towards that. And what energy am I going to put it on top of? Because that's beautiful. I'm going to put this Five of Wands kind of sideways with the Ace of Pentacles on top of it. That's going to kind of put that energy behind it. And then I'm going to put this over here, because what's coming from this is initial fulfillment. We're going right towards it. So we're going to go like that. then I'm going to put a quartz on there because that's beautiful. There's a root right there. I don't know if it'll stay. Okay. What is the story exactly behind this Tower moment and the Eight of Cups? We got the World card and it wasn't reversed and it wasn't right side up. So that's definitely starting this new cycle. But what is it we need to be letting go of? What is the challenge there? What is the, I almost said heartache. Chariot and the Six of Wands, or Six of Swords. Bam. I just had goosebumps. Wow. This Six of Swords is coming right from this pile of amazingness right here. And it's going right towards this chariot, which is cool. And these horses, watch out. No, come on. Don't step on my cards, dog. Come on. We've been through this a gazillion times. I'm sure you know. Thank you. Good morning. These horses are moving really fast. Tell me about this chariot. Like, I see them moving. I see the sweat coming off of the horse's legs and stuff. And what is the story with this initially? I hear victory. Four wands. So, happy harmony. There's still two people in this. They're sharing their bounty, which is beautiful. The energy is flowing through them and around them. That's beautiful to go from this to the Six of Swords towards the Chariot and the Four of Wands. That's beautiful. Somebody's very tuned into their third eye. The purple really stands out there. There's going to be balance in the relationship. They're pouring from one into another, kind of like temperance over here. So maybe they both will help bring each other healing, which is beautiful. They will help bring each other balance for sure. There is something within you that is hesitant. That's why it's in hangman mode. You're kind of maybe trying to avoid it. Tell me another one for the Chariot, please. Wow, 9 of Pence. Wow. Oh, holy moly. That is awesome. Watch out. Don't step on my cards, my love. The Chariot is coming right towards goosebumps. Head to toe. Right towards... Don't step on my cards, my love. Cheese and rice, moonshine. The Chihuahua thing, she gets right up in my face and she nudges and nudges and nudges and licks. And I don't much like that, do I?